Good morning. Well, morning for me. You can hear the birds chirping outside my window. I love it. Whatever time of the day it is for you, I hope it's good. Welcome to Authenticity the Hard Way. I am Asha.Zalika. And first and foremost, of course, as always, I want to thank you for sharing your time with me. It means a lot to me, honestly. You could be doing anything else, but you chose to spend some time with me, listening to me ramble on. So I want to thank you. This episode is different. I've been sitting here debating and going through my head about whether or not to even speak right now, because this is raw. Authenticity the Hard Way is about experiencing our way into the next highest version of ourselves. And so it's been easy on the podcast. This is new. The YouTube channel is new for me doing this, but the podcast is like 2 years old or something like that. So on the podcast, it's been easy to go back and recount experiences that have gotten me here. But what I'm speaking on now is now. This is in motion. This is real time, what I'm experiencing. So bear with me, because I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know. I'm just following spirit. And so I can't tell you what will happen. Just bear with me. I may start crying. I got my tissue right here, though, because I might really start crying, because this is really, I'm going through transformation as I speak. And I'm lost. So authenticity the hard way is raw. This is real life stuff. I'm not selling anything. I don't have a product. I don't have, I'm not trying to sell you anything. I just want to tell you something. And because it's not a product, I'm not talking about something. I'm talking about me and what I'm experiencing. And so being the case, it's like that being the case, this is like very strange. Or maybe it's just the space that I'm sitting in now, because like I said, being here and talking about what has happened gives a little more stability. Maybe that's the word. Recounting past experiences, there's a stability in that, because I'm just telling you what happened. But this time, right now, I'm telling you what is happening even as I'm speaking to you, even as I'm sitting here, sharing with you. This is happening to me. And I almost said I don't know what's happening, but I do. This is authenticity the hard way. Where I am now is in the throes, in the actual living, breathing experience of evolving. So let's go back. I am very in tune with nature, with astrology, the moon, the sun. I'm very affected by the weather, everything. Have been all my life. Didn't know that when I was younger, so it really made me feel like I was crazy growing up. But now that I've learned a lot about myself and about my connection with nature and with everything, I understand why I go through what I go through. So having said that, and let me back up a little bit. I'm not, like I said, I'm not pushing anything. So if you don't believe or you in the universe, the astrological changes and natural changes, that's fine. I don't look I'm me. I'm just putting this out there. I have a friend, an author, and Henry X, and he would always say, "I'm not trying to change your mind. I'm just giving you something else to consider." And that's it. I'm not here to change your thought processes about anything. I'm just sharing me with you to help give you a different type of perspective on life in general. So anyway, March 21st, 2 days ago. What's the day? I don't even know what the day is. Anyway, a couple days ago, it was spring equinox, the 21st. And spring equinox is the actual new year. Traditionally, we have been conditioned to celebrate the new year January 1st. And that is man-made. That is what we have been born into, what we have been conditioned to celebrate as the new year all our lives. But naturally and astrologically, the new year begins on the first day of spring, which makes sense because spring represents renewal. It represents fresh starts, new beginnings. We're coming out of the dormancy of winter and into the newness of life in spring. And this new year, this spring equinox has been very powerful because we had the lunar eclipse, we have a lot of stuff going on, and it's Aries season. Aries is the first sign of the astrological chart, and it's the forerunner for all the other signs. And Aries represents forward motion. It represents fire. The element is fire, and it's all about doing and creating and moving forward, shedding everything, whatever's hanging on, you got to go because Aries is moving. And I am fully Aries. Very much so. So, and on a planetary issue, or as far as planet Earth goes, the Earth itself is going through major transformation. It's evolving. We as a species are evolving consciously, evolving into a higher consciousness, and the Earth itself is going through major energy shifts and solar flares and all this different. I don't know the depths of that. I'm learning that right now. But Earth itself, the planet Earth, is changing. As are we, as it changes, because we are connected with the Earth. And what I just, I don't know, but just hit me like when the dinosaurs, when everything went extinct and we came out of the ice age or whatever, right? That was the Earth evolving. Anyway, so there's a lot of energy coursing through the world right now. And I am feeling every bit of it on every level of my being. Having said that, let me go back to January 2025. I went through the whole New Year thing, right? Where's it at? I wrote it out. Right, January 2000. The year 2025 is my breakthrough year. I've been feeling it for a long time, and so January 1st, I wrote it all out. Right, like I got it. This is my affirmation. This is my intention. Wrote it out. Been saying it every morning, sometimes at night, about all that, and all that I want to happen in this year, physically, relationship-wise, business-wise, spiritually, naturally. Wrote it all down. Been saying it, been faithful. And it makes sense, right? It's on paper. I'm Aries, it's on paper. I got a plan. We're doing this. This is how it's going to happen, da-da-da-da-da. But as the days, minutes, that literally minutes turning into hours, turning into days, turning into weeks, turning into a month, turning into this month, I have been feeling, every time I say it, I've been feeling a little more disconnect from my affirmation, which has my analytical mind saying, okay, something's wrong. Maybe I need to evaluate this. Okay, let's evaluate. Well, I'm doing everything on paper. I'm doing everything that's written down. So why am I feeling like this? Why am I feeling, okay, so YouTube channel is up. Yay, hooray, so excited about it. And I got a plan for that. And I got a plan for the podcast. And I got a plan for my studying. And I got a plan for that because it's written down. Because if it's written down, it's solid, right? For my autobiographies, the days that I'm going to do this, the days I'm going to do this, when I'm going to go out and work, when I'm going to, everything is strategically set, which has given me a sense of stability, which has been very important for me because if you've listened to the podcast and my previous the first 2 episodes of the YouTube channel, you'll know. Anyway, I'm still fresh out of survival mode. October 1st will only have been a year since I have had my own home. And since November, it's only been since November that I've come out of working in corporate America, right? I broke out of that. So those are 2 major life changes that I have experienced, and I'm still evolving out of that. I still have found myself sometimes getting anxious or catching myself looking at my room like, this is my room, this is my home. Or going out. So I left the job that I was in, and because I wanted to my struggle was having to get up every day and go to work, making money, trading my time for money and on somebody else's schedule, not being able to fulfill my desires. So in November, made the decision to break out of that. And I'm doing Uber Eats deliveries right now. That's what I'm doing. And it has been amazing. A different episode, but it has given me a freedom and more of a stability, if it makes sense, more of a stability doing this Uber Eats than getting up Monday through Friday, going out, punching a clock had given me. That's a good episode. I'm going to have to remember that. However, so I've said all that to say that I am still coming out of survival and really settling into my own stability. So having all of my intentions written down and having a solid plan for how I want my life to progress has been very important. The steps, writing it down, the steps. And I've been through all kind of programs, which tells you, you need steps, you need a plan, you need something solid. So within the last week, I'd say, leading up to the spring equinox, leading up to the new year, I've been feeling unstable. Like I did in my last video. So excited. I got it done. Woohoo, go me. Yes. It's all coming together. I'm writing in my autobiography. The story is literally, my story is literally writing itself, and it's so exciting. And my studies, I'm learning getting my bachelor's in metaphysical science. Amazing, right? Everything is just yes. Until yesterday, I woke up and nothing made sense. Like, just within me, the stability has been shaken. So, as an Aries, see, I can talk about this because this was yesterday. I experienced this yesterday, so I can talk about this because it's getting up and feeling like everything around me is shaking. Or underneath me, maybe I should say. So I did my communion time, and I went to work. I spent my day driving. Survival mode. I took my attention. I did not allow myself to sit in that uncomfortableness, because it's uncomfortable and scary. Because now the foundation that I built is shaking. So what do? I go, I'm not working out anymore. I'm not training anymore. So I had to find something. This is a defense mechanism. To find something to divert my attention from the earth shaking beneath me. So I went out and went to work. And I drove myself into exhaustion. Literally. So I had the energy, the mindset, the energy, whatever you want to call it, to go out and do the deliveries, when I knew after each one I was like getting more and more drained. I came home and there was a shift. I felt like this shift inside of me, and I'm just depleted. Absolutely depleted. I laid down and I went to sleep. I don't know, it was maybe 1. I crashed. I got up at 5 and made dinner. We ate and I came in here. Something's not right. And I went to sleep. It's like 8:30. I woke up this morning lost. I am lost. My plan has been stripped away from me. And I sat here right before the sun started coming up, sitting in the darkness. Well, it's not dark, sitting. My candles are lit. And I realized I don't know what I'm doing. The transformation that the earth is going through and the evolution that we as human beings are going through is very powerful. Everyone in the metaphysical world, everyone in the spiritual world areas are saying that we as humanity, we're evolving. It's like right now, this is happening right now. And I feel it in my body and my mind. It's been a shift. There's been a change. Like nothing, everything that made so much sense to me last week and the previous week, previous month, no longer makes sense. This, what I have been reciting and putting all my intention into, it's not there. I can't feel it. I don't have the connection. To my plan. So I'm sitting here with my coffee. I don't have my music playing. No, just my candles are lit. And I'm just sitting here trying to hear because I speak with everything. My angels, my guides, my ancestors. I've even had some galactic, I guess we would call them aliens. I don't know. I'm very connected with the ethereal. And I channel and in my journal, I talk with God, universe, spirit, whatever you want to call it. And I'm just sitting here this morning. And there's quiet. No one's speaking. It's quiet. I'm in a void. And it's scary. Because my analytical mind is saying, okay, Asha, wait. We're supposed to be doing this right now. And so that we could do this, and then we're going to do this, because according to the paper, we're supposed to work on this today. And you need to get this up, and you need to do this. And there's nothing. My analytical mind is losing its mind because the plan is gone. The Aries in me is saying, okay, no, it's not gone. This is the plan. So we're going to push through this. You just get up and start doing something. Matter of fact, just get dressed and go drive. But my spirit is so soft and so quiet within me. Like if you could just envision darkness and just a little tiny flame in the middle of all this darkness. But in the darkness, there's movement, there's chaos, there's stuff, there's and this flame, this tiny flame is in the middle, begging me to be still. Which is 360 degrees away from what everything else about me is saying to do, be. And I was sitting here and then I had a thought. This is evolution. This is the push and pull of evolving. This is the old me trying to push me out to fulfill what I had set in stone for myself at the previous level. It's a push, get up, do the plan, work the plan. Get pushing me, but then there's the pull here of my higher self trying to shake me out of the plan, because apparently in this new year, the actual new year, that plan won't work. This is what I'm feeling. This is why I had to do this video. Because I see it now. I feel it now. I understand now. The trajectory of my life and my purpose and my calling is evolution and ascension. I have devoted myself to this. And it's a new year, and it's time for renewal. It's time for my mythical animal, or whatever you want to call it, is the phoenix. And it's time for the phoenix to arise out of the ashes of its former self. And so my plan can't come into this new level. Revelation right now, just download. This has nothing to do with me. God's plan. It's God's plan. It is the universe's pull, or God's pull. I get caught up in words, and I really don't like it. Authenticity the hard way is for everyone. And I'm inclusive, all inclusive. And so I try to use the right words to not offend anyone. So just understand that whether you say God or the universe, universal consciousness, spirit, energy, whatever that word is whatever you call it. I respect. So please do not take offense if I use, just don't follow spirit. God's plan, the divine plan for my life is unfolding. That's, I see the lotus flower that grows in the mud. That's representative of our crown chakra. I see it opening and just opening within me. And it's opening into newness. It's opening into a higher light that has nothing to do with my plan. Because the purpose and the call of my being here is you. It's the world. And then this new woman that I am evolving into is evolving with her back to the past, metaphorically speaking, and awakening, evolving, coming into herself as the living representation of what it looks like to become the next highest version of ourselves, if that makes sense. Because the pull that I'm feeling is the pull to let everything go and allow myself to be guided by the divine, solely by the divine, by God. There's no map, there's no structure, there's no blueprint. I'm seeing this like, I guess it's a blueprint, it's a bunch of lines, a map, whatever. There's none of that. There's nothing carnal mental. There's nothing mental in this. It's all spiritual. It's all spiritual. It's all energy moving. That's the void. That's why when I started talking, like I was just in this void of darkness and I don't know what to do. That's how I started this out. But I see it now. And it didn't make sense to me why I felt the pull to do this video, do this podcast in the state that I'm in. It didn't make sense. And had I stayed up here, I wouldn't have done it. I would not have received my own breakthrough. But because I followed spirit, I followed my intuition, I'm here. know what I'm supposed to be doing. What I am supposed to be doing right now is allowing evolution to take place within myself. Is allowing the new year, this new energetic space that we're in, to unfold or to bloom, blossom in myself and my life right now. That hurt. That hurt. It was scary the way I woke up. It was a scary place. So if you are into ascension, through dimensions, if you know about 3D dimension being the consciousness that is totally immersed in the outside world, in the material world. 4D coming up out of that, still somewhat entrenched with being focused on everything material, everything outside of us, into 5D, which is where we are going universally as a species, into 5 being where we are truly focusing on spirit, on love, compassion, empathy, the unseen. Before I started this, I was like my feet, ankles were being held in 3D. Everything around me was so low vibration. I was scared. How do I go from being up here just a couple of days ago when everything made sense to right now I'm down here and I can't see anything. That's my son. Dare I say, and yes, I do dare, but that was the final what am I trying to say? That was the final phase. I guess I could phase the final phase of this level, or this level. When I woke up before I started this, that was the last part of the level, my previous level. But in the span of 39 minutes, I have evolved to the ground level of this next highest version of myself. I feel it. I feel the clarity. I feel the stability. I did it. I'm here. I am conscious of the shift in me. There's no plan. My Business Revelations Holistic Empowerment Training, which Authenticity the Hard Way is under, has nothing to do with a plan. I am the vessel. I'm the vessel. You know what it makes me think of real quick? I just had this. Everything that we know about, and I will call them ascended masters, just Jesus. The disciples got to see him real time. We have the Bible, the translation of his incarnation, or reincarnation. We have the Bible tells us of his story. And the disciples were there firsthand, and he was teaching and doing all that he did. And they had the real-time experience of him evolving as he did. And that's how I feel right now. By doing this, you guys are able to evolve through this with me. The experience of being in darkness, like Michael Jordan doing the jump, right? But that hang time where he's just in the air, and that's how I felt like I'm out here, but I can't see anything. It's dark. That's how I started, and now I'm settled. I get it. I understand. So for you, if you are here, if you are in that darkness, in that void, in that hang time where you don't know what you're supposed to be doing, don't do anything. Sit down. Call off work. Sit down. Whatever you have to do, get you some space and sit and just be. Feel what you're feeling. Talk to yourself. Talk your way out of it. Journal. Write it down. But don't run from it, because it's in the darkness. It's in the void. We as human beings, we want to know, we want to get out of that discomfort. We don't want to feel the pain. We don't want to hash it out. No, because it hurts and it's confusing and we don't know what's in the darkness. But I'm encouraging you. Step into it. Stay in it. Cry your way through it. Write your way through it. Scream your way through it. Just get in it and get through it. This happened quickly for me. And now that I think about it, I go through my past quickly mentally. I can see how each transition in my life got faster and faster, quicker and quicker. It may not happen like that for you. This might be the dark night of the soul. And sometimes the dark nights of the soul last very long time. I had a 39-year dark night. 36-year dark night. I don't know. It was a long time. what I want to encourage you is just don't run and don't try to analyze it, because your mind, your analytical mind has to know the why, the how, the when. This is spirit. This is energetic. This is not something that you can label with human mentality. It's not analytical. It's spiritual. And the best place to get into for that is in the spirit. It's in the spirit. It's in that quiet place. Whether you want to call it spirit or energy, whatever, it's the quiet place. It's in the darkness that you will find the light. That was a lot. And what I see now about authenticity the hard way, that is unpredictable. So why even try to predict it? Like I said, I'm not selling you anything. I'm not pushing a product. This is raw, real life stuff. I was blessed to receive, and I will close with this. I was blessed to receive an email a couple weeks ago from a young lady who came across my podcast on Instagram, and is in the field that I was working in, and she's listening to the podcast, and she thanked me for being brave and courageous, for talking about the hard stuff. That was a game changer for me. She heard me. She felt it. She could identify, and she encouraged me to continue being raw. And this was raw, and it will continue to be. Pain is necessary. Fear is necessary. Confusion is necessary. And it's beneficial if you don't run from it. Embrace it. If you don't run from it, run into it. It's scary, I know. But you can do it. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. This is your year. This is everybody's year for transformation. Major transformation. Major elevation in consciousness. Major reconfiguration, restructuring of even our bodies on a cellular level. This year is massive. Focus on you. Focus on you. You deserve the best in life. And that best has nothing to, I'm here to say that best has nothing to do with money. It has nothing to do with material. It has everything to do with you becoming the next, most authentic, highest version of yourself possible. Because that's where your abundance and wealth is. It's not out here. It's showing in here. It's in here. Thank you. I appreciate your presence. I appreciate your time. Thank you for allowing me into your life, into your space to share. And until next time, know this. You are not alone. You are absolutely not alone. You got me. I'm here. And I'm going to stay here. See you next time.